and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Cat Calls. I am Cat Bind, and this is my stream that I do most Thursdays at twitch.tv/catbind. If you're watching this later on YouTube, thank you for watching. You should come by the live show, and if you're watching it live, then you should know that I post all of my all of my old interviews up on YouTube after the fact. You should definitely check them out. It's really fun. I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted because my friend just called me and there's kind of an emergency and I have to call her back. So I'm going to have to go through today's intro a little bit fast. I am so sorry. But I need everyone to give a big round of applause for our guest today. Everyone give a big round of applause for Heyz. Yes. Yes. Heyz is hailing from Greensboro, North Carolina. He is half DJ producer, half human goofball. He is the definition of someone who takes their craft seriously, but takes themselves seriously absolutely not. He broke onto the music scene a few years ago. He actually signed his first record with Mousetrap 3 months after he started producing. But he's got a whole other following on TikTok where he's known as this character acting funny man, garnering millions of views from his 342,000 followers. But a lot of them didn't even know that he was a DJ or producer in the first place because he got all these followers during COVID. And so he released his debut EP in May on Deadbeats, and he called it Is Haze because it introduces him to the world as everything that he is, the whole package. It perfectly encapsulates the beauty and power dynamic of his music. It's bass heavy, it's melodic, it has sensual moments, it's in your face. He wears many masks, and so does the EP. But it all goes very seamlessly together. It's beautiful. You really should listen to it. Kicking things off, we're going to check out the song Anyway. It's the first song off the EP. And when we come back, we will have Heyz on the line, or at least some version of him. So stay tuned, okay? Watch Anyway, and we'll be back very soon. We are live. The video ended, so we are live. It is definitely the craziest episode of Cat Calls. And Heyz, thank you so much for joining me.
Hey, what's up?
I can hear you just fine. I apologize, though, because I know that you and I have tried to do this a couple of times, and I am very excited that it's happening.
Listen, that's how life works, you know?
I know. I'm just like, oh my goodness, though, at the same time, there's a lot going on in life. But how are you? How is your life?
I'm good. Not bad. It's been typical saying, it's been a wild year, right?
I know. It's been a wild 15
honestly,
minutes.
It has, for like more reasons.
Yeah, I know, for you in particular. I can't wait to hear the entire story of it. But right now, you are finally getting back to the stage. I've seen on your TikTok and elsewhere that you are very busy playing concerts once again. How does it feel?
So, I would say I'm busier than I was pre-COVID playing concerts. But that was the beauty of COVID for me. Like, I got to grow more as like a desirable live act somehow during a time where there was no shows. So like it kind of leveled the playing field for me, and I was like, took it to my advantage. And now I have more shows in like cool places than I did pre-COVID. So if you were smart during COVID, you can make it work to your advantage. You know what I mean? It's
true. I do know what you mean. This here was a COVID project for me that continues into the regular life hours, even though it definitely does not feel like we have entered regular life time still.
It's actually going back. It's getting worse again. So.
I know. I was just thinking that, like, you, from your perspective, you have a front row seat to how dangerously precipitous live shows even are right now. Like, are you starting to hear whispers of we might have to start canceling things?
Yeah, I don't want to feed into sadness. But,
I know.
I just don't know. I don't know if it would actually happen because I feel like that would just be like a killer for so many promotion companies. And like, it's like we can't endure this again, especially like we saw the light at the end of the tunnel and we were coming out of the tunnel.
I know.
People are spending money now and like putting stuff back in place. There's no way they can, well, there is a way. Concerts would be the first thing to go again, of course, you know?
I know.
But like, you know, you'll see like, oh, we're checking your vaccine records and negative COVID tests. So hopefully that's just it. And it doesn't get any worse than that, you know?
Yes, I agree. Get vaxxed if you're not already, world.
I mean, I've gotten all of the shots. I got Moderna, I got Pfizer.
Backing it up.
Yeah. I got like 8 of them things.
Taking J&J shots backstage, just getting ready.
I got like a second arm growing off my hip. It's great. You can't touch me. I got COVID. So
you did?
Yeah, I did.
Damn. Yeah. I was in an Uber the other day and my driver was telling me that he got COVID and got the vaccine. So he feels like he's super protected now. But I don't know if that's how the science works. So
I go and like lick door handles at grocery stores and stuff, you know, just really testing my limits.
I know it's the new thrill seekers post 2020.
Right.
Like fuck skydiving. Just go around licking surfaces.
Yeah, you see someone pick up like an orange that I didn't want, they put it back down. You take that shit immediately, you know? Okay, build that immunity.
Yes, exactly. I know I'm getting over a head cold today, and it's like so strange to just be sick at all. Of course, I got tested and I was negative, but I'm like, oh right, like you can get the sniffles.
It's not COVID. That baffles me.
I know.
My friend Sippy was like, oh, I've been so sick all week. I was like, well, I know what that means. She's like, no, it's just a normal cold. It's like, oh, wow, okay, that's actually lucky. Good for you.
I know. But you did get to play the Bite This block party
that was so sick.
Yes, tell me about it.
Okay. So the weather gods were in my favor that night, let's just say. But I'm not going to blame it all on that. People were in there because it's me, obviously. You know?
Of course, yeah.
So there's this huge outdoor part of Brooklyn Mirage, Avant-Garden, or whatever you call it, right?
I've heard of that venue many times, but I've never had the pleasure of being there.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's so cool. It's like a castle. It's a fortress in the middle of nowhere. It's cool. So like the main outdoor area holds like 6,000 people, right?
Wow.
That's where like Ghastly and Jaws, they played. The second part was King's Hall, which holds like 1,500. So when your boy rolls up, there was a nice steady rain going.
Oh no.
So all the people just packed my shit. It was like I walk up on stage and it's like it was one of those shows where like I could just put my hand up and people were like screaming.
Yes!
It was, that's the best. When you don't even have to introduce yourself. You just say, what's up, motherfuckers? Like, let's go. And the energy is like already super high.
Amazing.
Those are the best. And it was just like balls to the wall.
Good.
Awesome.
Nice welcome back. I mean, do you think that people are just ravenous for any sort of entertainment right now? Because
I could have played like the flute up there and people would have been like moshing.
And maybe you should. Maybe you should next time. Listen,
maybe they would have moshed harder.
Yes, I personally believe that this is the summer of flute bangers. That's just me.
My next EP is officially called Flute Bangers Only.
Yes, Flute Bangers Only.
You just named it.
It's my pleasure. You have that phone for free.
I'm going to go back over all the songs I have done and just put like a flute lead layer over everything to kind of tie it in.
I can't fucking wait. Look, guys, I'm an influencer.
You are.
I have to ask, though. I heard that as a youth, you actually picked up quite a few instruments. Is flute one of them?
You know, I avoided the flute somehow.
Oh!
I've blown on a flute in my day, as weird as that sounds.
Yeah, maybe it didn't sound too good. Maybe it made a shriek, but you've done it.
I was about to say I blew on a friend's flute, which really doesn't sound good. But, like, honestly, I think my friend had a flute. You know, I'd always, like, look for people's instruments because I was just like, wow, this is so cool.
Oh, yeah, really?
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
cool.
that's like all I asked for growing up for like birthdays and Christmas, like random instruments. It's like, and that's kind of what I've always liked. That's
Yeah.
pretty much it. Yeah.
What turned you on to random instruments? Was it like an errant gift one year? Someone got you the bongos and you
I
were just
just
like
think
this.
growing up, the thing I understood and cared about most was like music and playing music. And it's just been like a natural thing for me my whole life. Like, not trying to brag. I don't know what the fuck key I'm in. I don't know what chord I'm playing. I don't know what's going on from like a theory aspect. I can just like hear what to do and like what needs to happen.
Yeah.
And like it helps. I can't imagine people who have gotten to like an incredible part in their like music production career that had to like teach themselves theory and all that. That just is beyond me.
Yeah.
That's a whole foundation you have to
It's a lot.
learn.
It's like a language. It's literally
It
like
is,
learning a
yeah.
language. Yeah.
Yeah.
But not to downplay your natural talents,
Please, downplay.
but I feel that there are more electronic music producers who kind of come to it from this backdoor accidental, like, look, I don't
Sure.
know about the circle of fifths, but like, we're out here.
Oh, I'm sure that's the majority.
Yeah.
I would think, because you have to, beyond that, you have to teach yourself these complicated softwares and plugins. And
Well, that's the
synthesis.
other thing too. Talk about two different languages, because now you're
Exactly.
like, my God, you're a computer
if I didn't
wizard.
Have the first one, if I didn't have the first one, no fucking way I'd do this. Like, I'm sorry, I would not. I would not get over the barrier. I just like, well, that's something I'll never be able to
Right?
do. And I was like, well, I can't. I know to like play the piano just from like kind of fucking around with it, and like I hear things in my head. So that was like, okay, I can figure out a software and then get over the hump. If I just like was staring at keys and I had no idea what's going on, nope. I'd be sitting at a desk, 9 to 5, house, selling software,
Well, you led me to a couple things there. My brain just went in like three directions, but
Let's go.
I want to hear about the odd instruments you collected as a child. Name off for me some of these fun goodies that you got from people via birthdays and.
Oh God. Jeez, I don't even know what they're called, but like my like eclectic aunts and everything would just like get me random shit.
Yes. Was your family musical? Also, how many aunts do you have? I love that you have eclectic aunts.
Yeah, I have a bushel of aunts.
Yeah.
No, I legitimately have one aunt.
Oh, okay.
My aunt. So, okay, it would take me like a minute to like Google the names of these.
That just makes me even more intrigued, to be honest. Like the fact that you just can't tell us.
Should I call my mom and be like, "Hey, mom"?
Yeah, right. Mom, I'm on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and I need you to answer.
The thing is, I would
question.
go through them. Like, I wouldn't like master them or anything. It'd be like, "Oh, this is fun and cool," and then I'm like, "Oh, I want something else."
Yeah.
Like, I want like a drum set or a guitar or like a piano, and then like one of those little hand drum things with the little flippy metal things on it, and like harmonicas and just random stuff. And okay, so when you asked if my family's musical, not at all.
Really?
But there is one. So my mom's dad, a little sad, left them when she was like 6 to become a nomadic, like music homeless guy that just travels around and like lives in campsites and makes his own little washboards and instruments and was just like I'm out. And he, I've seen him maybe 20 times in my life. but he
like on the street playing music, or he actually came to participate in a family event?
He would show up to shit. Like,
okay,
sometimes. Yeah,
that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Because that would be a crazy way to be like, "Hey, Grandpa, here's $5."
Like some homeless guy heckling me. Like, get the fuck away from me, man. It's like, I'm your grandfather.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, I've seen this.
Yeah, all right, man. No, but he's the music guy apparently.
Wow.
So, in a couple weeks here, I'm gonna hit the road. Pack up a little.
You should, like an old hobo style.
Yeah.
Put maybe some dirt on your face, and
I need to grow my beard out like mega long. But he actually gave me a box maybe 5 years ago with like all of his handmade instruments. So, like,
wow.
Garden gloves with
little cymbals.
Not even cymbals. They were beer bottle caps glued to them, so he could like play the washboard.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I have to say, listen, we don't condone leaving your family when your children are young, but
right. That's not our message here.
But actually, I do find that absolutely fascinating, and I'm a little jealous because when I was a kid, I totally thought it would be so cool to like run away and be a busker. Not because I didn't want to be at home. Like I didn't have a terrible home life, but I was just like, I don't know.
Seemed romantic. Yeah.
And like your grandpa went for it.
No, he said, fuck that. I'm doing this shit. Yeah.
That is amazing. Do you have any sort of contact with Grandpa Busker at this point? Is he aware that you're living the dream?
He probably doesn't. Me explaining to him what the dream is.
Right.
I make robot. Well, he might get. I make robot noises with my computer. Gramps.
He's like, "Where's the washboard? I don't understand how."
I make everything with that washboard. I just distort it real nice. I make kick drums, synths. Yeah, he really inspired me. Yeah. But no, he comes around a little more now because he has this like hippie girlfriend that like makes him come around. So,
nice.
She's holding it down. Yeah.
We like to see that. Thanks, hippie grandma, step grandma.
Yeah. And boy, is she something! I'll tell you what.
Oh my god! I bet you come from a family full of characters, though. I'm not shocked to hear that there are some characters in your family tree.
No, yeah, everyone's just progressively gotten weirder too. We started out like pretty normal, and now no one's fucking together. There's like people fucking all over the place. Yep,
I love it. I can relate. My family likes to say that our family tree is a bush because it kind of extends this way more.
Right. Yep.
So I can relate. No judgment.
It started out fine.
This also now makes all the sense because I heard you started to produce electronic music only because you first went to a guitar center, asked for a Spanish guitar, and then decided to change your mind.
You got it. It was another instrument.
Yes.
I was drunk with my uncle and my mom, and he was like, "Melissa, his guitar sucks." Like he was trying to play it, and like it was all rusted out. When they're like, "Well, I'll give him some money to go buy a guitar." Like he's a great musician, so I went there.
Because they've of course watched you progress all through your life,
and I'd been good at a lot of instruments, but not great at any of them.
Yes.
So I was like, Spanish guitar. That's gonna be my shit.
Absolutely, because that's easy. It. That's like
right. So I went to Guitar Center, picked out a good one, got home, played it for like an hour or two. I was like, fuck this. I returned it the next day and got like the shittiest speakers I could get, like a little MIDI keyboard, like just the bare bone basic EDM stuff you can get.
Did you just go there and you were like, "I'd like the EDM package, please"?
Yes, actually. He's like I was like, please. I don't know. I haven't looked up anything. I just showed up. Just give me the cheapest shit you have, and that's what I did. And I made my my Mousetrap EP with that stuff. I had no idea what I was doing. So the whole EP was mastered with one of those automated mastering services where you just drag and drop it. Like, I cannot believe that I did that.
It's so funny to hear that too, because Deadmau5 is like notoriously the biggest, like, I don't know, man, if Under the Hood doesn't look like it's fucking right, then like I can't stand this garbage.
Yo, I drag and drop that shit into E-Mastered and just send it to him.
That is amazing. Clearly you are blessed by the busker gods. I don't know.
Right? And actually, Deadmau5's engineer mastered them. And I didn't like how he did it.
Oh, shit. You were like, I like the rough stuff.
It was mixed so horribly that he couldn't, like, even make it, like, loud enough to be listenable.
Oh,
or it would just, like, distort.
Wow. Yeah.
So, yeah, I was like, yeah, E-Mastered's got me on this one. Wow. Dean, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. No, and I mean, obviously it's all going perfectly well. I can't believe, I'm still fascinated. When I read that you made music for 3 months and then you landed, that is so crazy.
I don't know what happened or why it happened, but apparently I'm good at sending emails because I hunted the right guy down through LinkedIn. Like, did the whole email checker. Like, you know, you get on there and it gives you a little red X if it's bad or a green check. I was like, okay, found it. Gave him a nice little title, you know, sitting in there. He's like, cool, yeah, this is actually good.
Amazing.
And then
you should offer a master class just in, like, cold pitching labels, honestly.
I haven't had a manager until the last 6 months. So Deadbeats, Mousetrap, all that, Bite This, it's just all cold emails.
That's amazing.
I must be the luckiest motherfucker in all of EDM,
well,
for sure.
Yes, but you're also actually very talented.
Thank you.
Like, you know, when I was listening to the Is Haze EP for the first time, what I was really struck by was that it is clearly, you know, we would call this a bass music EP, collection of songs, but what I find happens with bass music a lot is there's like these sonic tropes and you kind of know what's coming before you hear it. And I was like, yo, this is subverting my expectations. Like, and not in that it was some crazy, like you're doing totally off the wall, like left field surrealist stuff. But I was just like, this just is unique. It sounds like,
I think I don't really stick to a formula, and I really like beautiful, euphoric, like orchestral shit. Mm-hmm. And it just like doesn't make any sense why I do that in the middle of the song that's supposed to be played out live. But like I just can't stop myself. Yeah. I can't stop. And after this, I'm gonna send you like every whip I have.
Please do.
It's gotten even worse. Like I just like, okay, the music's gotten better, but like my ability to like stick to one thing is
I'm into it. Yeah. And now you're going to have to add all those flute leads to them. So it's only going to get crazier.
But so my whole philosophy on what I want my music to be is like, so for me, I'm not throwing shade on anyone, but a lot of bass music is just like sound design flex.
Right. Yeah.
It's just like, holy shit, that guy is the best engineer on planet Earth.
Right.
And I don't understand how he made that. It's the coolest thing I've ever heard. But like, I want my music to be like listenable on a daily occurrence. I want at least one of the drops to be playable live. And I want it to be memorable. So like vocals, very important. I don't know if I'm ever going to put a song out again that doesn't have vocals. And it slows up things by 10 times.
You mean like the actual putting the song together? Because now you're working with...
I want to make like legit songs instead of just beats.
Yeah.
Because if you can't... Some of the songs that I put out that like are just beats, I can't even remember what they sound like in my head. Right? I want people to be like, oh, I know what that sounds like. It's something that's going to get stuck in my head. It's memorable. Yeah. Because I feel like that's like longevity. Totally. And I haven't been doing this for a super long time. I'm not going to outbeat like a more Kismet or Chi or fucking any of these
Right.
guys in like a sound design flex. Hell no.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? There's no chance. But like, hopefully the uniqueness of like having some gorgeous orchestral, weird melodic breakdown like blast you into just insanity for the drop is like a really cool juxtaposition for people, and that's kind of a product of my weird brain, I guess.
Yeah, no, I'm here for it all day. I think that exactly like you said, play to your strengths, right?
Right? Yeah. I'm over here like actively YouTubing like how to do shit while I swear to God, I'm like, well, how the fuck do I do that? It's like, well, I can hear what I want to do. I just don't really know how to do it.
Yeah, I think that is also the craziest thing. I remember now when we were talking about like speaking the different languages of, first, do you speak the language of music? And second, do you speak the language of the software? And it always drives me crazy when you get these kind of like classically trained pianists or like rock bands who will say like, oh, electronic music's like, it's not real music, blah, blah, blah. But then it's like, you try to put this together.
You try to make that shit sound that loud and insane and cool.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be a master software engineer, essentially. Like, and I've gotten so much better at it. And even the last year, thank God. And I switched from Logic to Ableton, which is
I see.
I don't know what that did, but it did good things. Good things.
It did it.
Yeah.
So did you make the Who Is Haze EP on Able? Is that a post switch?
Logic.
Oh, okay.
So
wow, this is even newer.
My shit's better now, I think.
Yes.
So if I get this much better every year, I'm gonna be making like shit we put out to the aliens for the first time. It's gonna be that great.
I do not doubt it.
That's my promise. Okay.
I mean, shit. You took off running.
Right? From E-Mastered, literally.
Wait, it's funny you brought up More Kismet, and it's like when More Kismet has been doing it longer than you.
Right. I just met him. He's 16.
Yeah.
Or they 16.
Yes.
And I asked, and they said they started when they were 6.
Isn't that
6 years
crazy?
old.
Yeah, shout out. I did have More Kismet on the show a couple months ago, and they are absolutely an incredible person and just energy. It must have, I haven't had the pleasure of seeing More Kismet live, but I know that they go crazy on stage.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But you go crazy on stage.
Okay. Yes, I really do. And if it's a good show, like, I want to leave completely sweat.
Yeah.
I sweat through my jeans, and my wallet in my back pocket.
No way.
You
have to have someone hold it. You're like, my credit cards are going to melt.
My rider includes like a lot of basic human needs, like a giant towel, like socks, underwear.
That makes sense.
I'm a thicker boy, and I'm over there like doing a workout I don't ever do,
Right.
So I had to fully change my entire outfit after the Brooklyn show.
That's how the cowboy suit gets involved.
That's the Heyz guarantee. If he doesn't leave sweaty as fuck, you guys either sucked or he sucked.
Oh man, and promoters all across America are like, get that sweaty guy in my green room.
Right? Oh my God. And I had to use More Kismet's bathroom, so I go in there and I was like, hey buddy, I'm a little wet. Can I like change in your bathroom and like clean myself? Yeah. Just like a soiled, bearded guy coming in there.
I'm sure it was More Kismet's mom there as well.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
He's 16. Yes.
Amazing.
And so I went up there earlier to introduce myself, and like they're insanely nice.
Yeah.
More Kismet's a sweetheart.
Yes, absolutely.
So I was like, okay, that gives me a little reason I could come up there and use your facilities.
Amazing. I'd love to hear how on this EP you pushed yourself creatively. I mean, now I'm really curious to hear what's going on with the new stuff and with Ableton, but we don't know what it sounds like yet. So,
Okay.
But I know this was like your debut EP, which is not the same as a debut album, but it is still a statement. And you called it Who Is Haze? So it's very much of like a statement about I am Heyz.
Right. But as I feel like any artist would agree to this, they think the shit they're about to put out is the hottest.
Always. I hear that constantly.
But it's like that. Who Is Haze? That's not like my base. That's like, I'm making better shit now.
Yeah.
So maybe my next one will be like, Who Is Haze again, bitch?
Yeah. No, but really though.
Okay, but this is the concept behind it. I was mid-quarantine. I started blowing up on TikTok. No one knew who the fuck I was. They're like, who is this guy? No one knew I made music. So I was like, how do I bridge this gap? Make it funny and digestible for TikTok. Make it funny and digestible for the EDM world. And I don't think either of those worked, but we did it anyways. Yeah, it really didn't work. But you know, we tried.
Yeah.
It was the best idea I had at the time.
So
now looking back on my Spotify and I see myself with a fucking ball gag in my mouth. Yes! I kinda wanna delete the picture, to be honest.
Oh my god. Yo, put yourself all out there. It's fine. I mean, okay, again, so many things.
Ever regret something you do? But it's like permanent?
That is the crazy thing about like kids growing up with the internet now, I feel. Because when I was a kid, I was doing all kinds of stuff like recording fake radio shows on my stupid little like recorder and like writing. I mean, I had a live journal. I was like writing God knows what. But those things aren't saved forever, you know, like it's not now. It really is like this strange permanent record, and it's fine. It's ultimately probably fine as long as you don't say anything really terrible or offensive.
Right.
But like the awkwardness of like the TikTok dances alone one day are gonna make some 16-year-old kid just facepalm. Like,
Kat, do you realize I am a mere 30-year-old man that's making dubstep that's also famous on TikTok?
Yes.
I put a ball gag in my mouth as my lead single art. Do you understand the how far I cannot come back from this?
Oh my god! Yeah, you're on this train, buddy. It's chugging. Talk to me about the genesis of these 4 characters. I believe the raver character's name is Skyla. Yes, Skyla. Yes, okay.
I'll talk to you about all of them.
Okay.
So I blew up on TikTok for just doing this dumb shuffle tutorial where I can't actually shuffle.
I didn't see that one yet. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like buried way at the start. So I was like, how can I manifest that into a character? I do a really great southern, like effeminate guy accent, so that's Toby. The ball gag was something that has nothing to do with anything. The song just sounded sexy and fucking weird. Yeah. Which it is weird. It was the worst idea for the lead single. Like, couldn't have been worse. But Harrison at Deadbeats loved it. Yeah. He loved it. And I was like, man, I'll do whatever the fuck this guy wants. You know, right. Just bombed. But anyways, it's cool. It is cool.
Listen, and now you've got a ball gag, so.
It is in my closet. And it's actually not a ball gag. It's a dog bone.
That's right. It's a bone.
You know, I do wear that at night.
The Amazon ordering. I mean, everyone ordered some weird shit on Amazon during quarantine, right? Like, that was the hobby. It was shopping online.
You should just fucking sit around in your house with a dog bone in your mouth and try to pass the time.
Okay, sounds like a great way to channel dubstep energy, though.
Right?
Anyways, your other character. Wait, does that character have a name? Does Ball Gag have a name?
No, that character doesn't even speak.
Just slave.
So it definitely doesn't have a. It's like a number. It's like a number. Yeah.
It's like you remember Pulp Fiction? Yes. They're the gimp.
Yep, that's it. So yeah, we're thinking like maybe my manager should like walk me out on the stage with like a little leash.
At least one time, right? But wait for like your biggest show ever. When you play like EDC Vegas, that's what you gotta do.
Right. Yep. Okay. There's a 4th character. It is
there's the cowboy. It's like the Village People. You've got the cowboy, you've got the raver, you've got the S&M slave. And now I'm going to blame...
How am I forgetting this? I fucking made this.
Oh, wait, it's the goth character, the emo rocker.
Oh, of course. That's how much I'm trying to distance myself from that. But anyways.
Well, I'm sorry to make you just tell the whole tale.
I mean, talk about millions and millions of views on TikTok. It's from me going into my bathroom and singing emo songs very poorly.
Yes,
and it's like
that
I
voice.
Escape that.
That voice. Yeah. Where did that voice come from? Like, do you know that person, or it just came through you like a spirit?
Previous wife, what I would do is just annoy the fuck out of her with that, and she couldn't handle it. So I was like, why don't I record this?
Yeah.
And the internet ate it up.
I love it. Well,
now this is a double-edged sword of TikTok. When you try to do anything different from what you're known for, that shit gets shut down so quick. It's like the most amazing but horrible algorithm at the same time.
Oh, so algorithmically, it's not the people that are like, fuck this shit, we want the emo guy.
They know. If I recorded right now, if I left for 5 minutes and went and did that and posted it, I guarantee you by the end of this interview, it would have more views than the shit I posted the other day of my music. I promise.
That's so crazy.
Right? Yeah. So it's like, how long do I want to keep doing that?
Right,
like,
yeah.
So I've been so I go in this like creative mode where it's like, I'm really bad at like putting my creative energy into a bunch of different shit at once. It's like, now I'm like really in a music making mode. Right?
Good, yeah.
So my TikTok has suffered. So when my TikTok was popping, my music suffered. So it's like,
well, because I gotta say, I've never felt older than when I try to use TikTok. Like, you are sitting trying to Google how to use Ableton. I would sit and try to Google how do you edit things on TikTok. Are you in your 20s or 30s? In my early 30s, so go fuck myself. Go fuck myself. I'm like, this is not for me. But I mean, I see moms using it. So there's like moms of TikTok, so people can figure it out.
That's what gets served to me. I'm on mom TikTok because they know I'm old. Yep.
Amazing. But like, I know from creating content for anything else that a lot of time and energy goes into something, even if it looks like it's pretty straightforward and short. Like, it makes sense that if you're doing one, it takes from your ability to do the other. There must be more to TikTok than it probably seems.
But honestly, it's not.
Yeah.
Like, the shit that does the best is the low effort, brain dead shit that I do in 10 seconds, to be honest.
Yeah.
And it's like, if I try to produce something and like it takes me an afternoon, no, it doesn't. Like the weird abstract, like get vaccinated TikTok I made.
Oh, yeah.
So left field and strange. I was in some different mood that day or something, I think my family like came and checked on me, but
that's when you know it's real. When they're like, honey, I saw your TikTok.
Yeah, I saw your TikTok and you're in the woods with some creepy music. Yeah. Yeah,
that one was enjoyable though.
Thanks. That's art.
It is. It's art.
People don't appreciate it, huh?
When you are home alone, are you just walking around speaking in these insane voices to yourself?
I've been home alone a lot lately, and it's probably less.
Yeah, well, maybe now that you have an outlet for all of the characters inside you, maybe.
So back to the characters in my brand. So obviously, a strength of my brand is like my just goofiness and energy, and that's what I do on stage. But like, I don't know, it's how long do I want to just keep so there's going to be in between, I think, for me. It's like, Dylan Francis does a great job of being goofy, but you can take him seriously. And like, even like Getter even he's goofy, but like his music is serious,
Right. Well,
but it's like a really hard balance to strike.
Yeah, I mean, I made that statement in the intro saying that you are kind of the definition of someone who takes their craft seriously, It doesn't take themselves seriously at
right.
all.
So it doesn't even add up. Like people get confused. So it's like a hodgepodge of shit that I have to put out there. That's like, okay, I'm still trying to decide how it all.
I think the one beautiful thing maybe about your situation is that if you already have established that you can change and that you can appear in some new way, or like no one really knows what to expect from you next, then at least you have some sort of flexibility. And you could choose to go a Bowie Madonna route and have characters for each of your artistic eras.
I could.
You know?
But it's like, it's flavor of the month for me.
Right.
It's so weird. It's like, this is an exact reflection of me as a human.
Yeah.
And I change like so frequently. Like, oh, my art's getting really serious. I want to be taken seriously. And then another month's like, oh, I'm fucking like doing backflips in my backyard singing Green Day. You know, like it's just.
Yeah. Well, so, you know, even Dylan Francis has Hans for when he wants to.
Yeah.
As if that's serious, but.
Right.
Just get a pair of glasses to put on when you're like, it's time to be serious. No.
Yes.
Take this song seriously, class.
It's all, I mean, if you want to do well in this, you have to take all this into consideration.
It's true. You're learning this. You thought it was going to be fun and games. Oh, I produced for 3 months and now I have an EP on Mousetrap, but it gets serious.
The blessing and the curse of me getting signed to a serious label and it just like kind of snowballing from there is I didn't have a chance to figure out my path.
Yeah.
So it's been completely all over the place.
Yeah.
Even musically, it was techno and then mid-tempo and even some fucking like trance and progressive house in there, and now it's like Deadbeats-esque bass music, which is the lane I'm wanting to be in.
Yeah.
I love that label so much.
Yeah. They have consistently great acts on that label too.
And the people are so good.
That's great. Yeah. That's like what you hope, you know?
I showed up at Red Rocks. You have no idea like how everyone's going to be. And it was just like, the first thing is like, ZZ Agent gives me like a hug. And then it's like Hooks in DC are like, yo, what's up, man? I was like, so, hey, I'm Heyz. Like, oh, we know you are. And it's like, you know, I was just like hanging with him the whole time and the label managers. It was just like a huge family affair.
That's wonderful.
They're so amazing. Yeah.
I was talking to, I had Ford on the shows with Foreign Family Collective, and he was saying the same thing, and he's a younger kid too. And I think that it's good to know who the good people are in an industry like this, because it could go either way, right? Like you could end up with some psycho who's like getting really fucked up and screaming at people and wants to be king of the world. And then you could have people who really want to support people and their art and their vision and be nice. So I'm glad that you ended up with that group
legitimately,
of people.
Like, Deadbeats has directly led me to a manager, directly led me to agent possibilities, show possibilities. Yes. It's like they sign your music, but they're like actually invested in making you a career.
That's awesome.
Which is, you know, I could not be more grateful for that. Because, you know, some labels I've dealt with, they just put out your music. They send you a 4-point bullet of what they're going to do for it. It's like, oh, okay, that was that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, Harrison's like, hey, I sent your music to some agents and all this shit. And I had one record with him. It was just like,
wow, yeah,
very, very above and beyond. So.
That's awesome. And that's like, I feel traditionally what you get a label for, right? Like, I understand.
It's not the norm.
Yeah, I understand with majors, you know, it's like, hey, if you're not going to make us money, we're not going to like put a lot of money into you. But you hope with the independent labels that's like... I
think they understand none of us are going to make the money.
That's the reality now.
Yeah.
Shit.
Right.
And it is crazy that you have this like TikTok following and everyone's like scrambling to understand how to get their music on TikTok, and you are, it's like but it's not even for the music. You like somehow
I can't even fucking figure it out. And I have 350,000 followers.
Yeah, it is.
There is not an answer.
I know. I think there just isn't.
It is not an answer. It is just an anomaly, that fucking app. It is crazy.
It is so crazy. Like, so I guess it was that first character that you said was the one that kind of blew up. Like, what happened? You made a video, you went to sleep, you woke up, and you were like, oh, fuck? Or like...
So it was the shuffling one.
The shuffling one, that's right, yeah.
500,000, that was cool. But then, like, once I started doing the emo accent stuff, it was like 2 million, 5 million.
And you got the Yed shirts, right? Those are
right,
you.
I sold merch. And, oh my God, like, last Christmas, the Cameo shit.
Oh my God, that's so crazy.
I spent, like, 3 days nonstop recording
wow.
those. I had hundreds and hundreds of them.
That is so crazy.
And like that money is still floating around in my savings account.
Yes, we love to hear that.
Thank God. Yeah.
Yo,
it's crazy.
That is so
like,
nuts.
I you know, it was a lot of people's Christmas gift that year, as weird as that was.
Oh my God. You're like, yeah, see, everyone.
I'd get like videos sent back to me with like girls were like crying. Like, I can't believe it's like, are you shitting me right now?
Oh my God. That is so
like, this
crazy.
Is not real.
That's amazing though. Hey man, congrats. That's dope as fuck. Like,
right.
So having been through this world, honestly, it's kind of
so I just summed up my whole life for you.
No, but it's amazing that like this is the thread of your life. Like you fuck around with something. It goes surprisingly well.
Okay, that is, I fuck around and it sometimes works. That is that's how I could sum up everything.
You know what though? Because the key is to fuck around. You gotta fuck around and have fun.
Are we even on Twitch anymore? Or me and you just talking?
Yes, yeah.
I think me and you are just having a FaceTime, which is fine.
We are!
Yeah, the moral of the story, just start fucking around.
It's true. No, but okay, so with the whirlwind of experiences in the music industry that you've had and the few short years that you've really been doing this, what would you say are takeaways, things that you've learned, things that you would impart on younger you, few years ago you? What have been the things that work?
Be genuine is like the actual most important thing.
Yeah.
Like, do not come into it expecting anything.
Yeah.
Like, give first and like you'll get back. Like, truly, because this is an industry where people can call bullshit so fucking quick.
Yeah.
And it's like, legitimately what's important to me is like, if I want a label or something to support me, I want them to be like my friends and like literal family to me. Like, I talk to Harley almost every day, who's the digital marketing person at Deadbeats, because like I legitimately love those people. And it just makes it so good when you find people that you actually like. It's like you get to grow with them. So, you know, don't take that the wrong way and like go into trying to make fake relationships for like your gain. Find the people that are good, that you want to be around, and like get to know them. Like, actually don't treat it as this is your business. Treat it as like, okay, these people, you're here to do these people, you know, do something for their business. They're here to like help you, but it's not going to work unless there's like genuine compatibility.
Yeah.
And that's when you get stuff that will like, I feel, have longevity, because I've jumped around a lot, and maybe that's a product of me not feeling those things. And now I feel like I have, and you know, a solid foundation where I like actually want to start growing this thing. So don't be afraid to like put yourself out there too. Like, send cold emails.
Yeah.
but actually do a little research on how to send an email.
Right.
Because if your email is dumb and you're like, you can fuck up.
Yeah.
First impressions are very important.
Right. It's key.
It's
it really
so key.
is.
Because you'll blow that shit so quick.
Right? And then they're
know?
like, okay. And you really, I mean, you get kind of a short window with people and their attention spans too.
It's the shortest. It's almost like the window opens for a split second.
Yeah.
And if you're
you
not,
shoot your paper plane in there, and you're like,
if your face doesn't show up looking all nice and pretty, and your shit isn't all lined up, that window's gonna shut real quick.
Yeah,
you know. And a lot of my friends that don't put themselves out there as much, and maybe don't have some email etiquette stuff. They're always asking me what to do. It's like, it's all out there. You just kind of got to look it up and, spend some time on that stuff because it's important.
Yeah, I agree. That's good advice.
Yeah.
Be genuine. Do the fucking
genuine
research.
And send good emails. Yeah. And fuck around.
Yeah. No one to be silly, no one to be serious.
Yeah.
Easy stuff. Walk the tightrope, whatever.
Just be a flawless human that makes dope music and you're good. Yeah.
It's easy. Just be Heyz.
Yes. I mean, it's crazy.
Okay, tell me what is coming up for the future. You already teased that you have your best music is coming.
But I always say that. So, I mean, maybe it's up to you. But honestly, I think it's really good.
Yeah.
I have a cool collab with a really great producer.
Nice.
I have a very cool remix for my favorite group.
That is awesome.
Ever.
That must have been very exciting.
Yeah, I finished it in 4 days because that's all I did.
Yeah.
I was like, I think I got the stems and I just started and I didn't stop until it was done. So by the end of the year, I should have the coolest remix opportunity I've ever had come out. A new original that I just finished. And this is cool. The collab is me singing.
Yeah, when you were talking about vocals, I was curious.
Yeah. So hopefully the guy actually does it because I have a month where it's supposed to come out, but I don't know if he started on it yet. But he has it. So yeah, that's my first
That's
record
really exciting.
Legitimately singing.
Wow.
So, and it's not like, yay, what's in my head? What's good? Yeah, it's
I can actually sing.
Yeah. And beyond that, hopefully getting an agent, playing more shows, and then, hopefully this shit works,
Yes.
I'm 30. If it doesn't start working soon, I'm gonna have to think of something else.
No, I think with your track record, I think something's gonna give. Something's gonna blow. I mean, you're well on your way.
Thank you.
Well, Heyz, this has been really wonderful.
What a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you so much. But as we go, we're going to play Just Friends, which is off of your Who Is Haze EP as well, featuring Taylor Ravenna. Did I say their name right?
Yeah.
What can you tell us about Just Friends?
It was the one demo Harrison liked in a pile of bullshit. Yeah, and I didn't even have vocals or anything on it. He's like, yeah, that sounds okay. He was probably just trying to do me a favor. So I tried to make it good. And that was the first single they signed. So now that I really set it up for success, really, really hyping
You're like,
it up.
Hey, the big wigs liked it. So I was like, okay, sure.
Man, if I recorded a fart and he liked it, it'd be just as good. But yeah, here.
Listen,
Just Friends.
That's how you're gonna one up the sound engineers one day. You'll get some good fart sounds. And
after this, I'm texting you a demo I made called "Shit in the Club." Okay,
please do.
It's literally, it's 30 seconds, but man, it's a banger. I'm sending it to you.
I'm almost afraid.
Well, get ready. It's coming.
It's on the record. All right. Well, I will let you go, Heyz. I can't wait to have all these whips in my text messages. And
let's go.
Stay in touch. I will see you on the road.
We're friends now,
we are friends. We are absolutely friends. I am genuinely being your friend.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I didn't even know we were on Twitch anymore, but that's cool.
Okay, amazing. I will listen to your bangers very soon.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Peace out, y'all.